All right, so chapter 4.1, example 2. We're going to start off by just building a couple of equations. It's going to tell us to add them together, that sort of thing. So suppose a store has athletic shoes 25% off, and it's located in a city with an 8% tax rate. Okay, so let's think through this. I got 25% off, and I got an 8% tax rate. It says, write a function that represents the sale price. Okay, so write a function that's 25% off. So we're going to do S of x. That's your sale price. Question. If it's 25% off, am I simply paying 25%? No. How much do you pay? 75%. What you did is you did 1 minus 0.25. You took the whole thing, that 1, and subtracted the 25%. Does that make sense? Because it was 25% off of whatever the original price is, X. All right? So this is how it works. They say if it's 33% off, it's 1 minus 0.33. That times whatever the price is. All right? If it's 10% off, it's 1 minus 0.1 times the price. So what is 1 minus 0.25? You said it a second ago? 0.75. So S of x, your sale price is 0.75 x. Cool. That's your sale price. All right, the next says write a function that represents the amount of sales tax. Okay, so tax. So what's the tax rate? 8%. How do you use that in the equation? You just put an 8 up there or what? How do you use 8% in an equation? Do you use it as an 8 or do you do something to it? 0.08, you got to move that decimal. Remember, we say it as 8%, but we use it as 0.08. We use it as a decimal. But now, question. Are you multiplying that by the price of shoes? Or are you multiplying that by the sale price of shoes, the actual amount you're going to buy it for? The sales price, which we already figured out the sale price was 0.75x, so 0.75x. Cool. It's not just the price, because that's the tax on the whole thing. You only want tax on 75% of it. Cool? So take it out your calculator. What's 0.08 times 0.75? Just take out a calculator, knock it out real quick, and you get what? 0.06. So your sales tax is 0.06 times whatever the original price is. Cool? So if you want to know the price of the tax you're going to pay, it's 0.06 of whatever the original is. Cool? All right, now here's the part that we're really learning today, that we're really talking about today. Write a function that represents the final price after tax. The final after tax. So the final price is going to be the sales price plus the tax. So your final price is your sale price, what's your sale price? 0.75x, 0.75x, plus your tax. What's your equation for the tax? 0.06 x. So I literally took the f function, the s function, and added it to the t function, the sales function plus the t function. And now what can you do to those two? You can combine them. So if I have 0.75 and 0.06, how many x's do we have altogether? 0.81, 0.81. So, if you were to buy $50 shoes, at their original price is $50, the amount you're going to get charged, tax and all, is 0.81 times 50. Which I think is, what, 81 divided by 2. That's $40.50. That's what it is. Let's do that real quick. So let's say you got $50 pair of shoes. So f of 50 equals 0.81 times 50. What's 0.81 times 50? Pull out a calculator, just knock it out. Think. What's up? $44? 44 even? I probably added it wrong. Should be 81, 0.81 times 50.
That was 41.
It should be $40.50. Yeah, that sounds right. $40, not 80 cents, and 50 cents. And if you want to do 40.5, that's fine. But when we're talking about money, I don't care if you write it like that. If you can't see it back there, I just wrote $40.50, like you would see on a price tag, if you want to. Cool? But really what we're doing is we're talking about how to add functions together. That's the big deal for the day. This was just kind of a word problem to work yourself through it. All right, so turn the page. Here we go. F of x plus g of x is the same thing as saying, so if I can write them out, this function plus that function is the same thing as saying, if you ever see, oh, come off it. There we go. Whatever. F plus g of x. They could also write it like that. Okay? Put the two in parentheses. This literally just means, hey, take the f function and add the g function. Just combine all the terms you can. Cool? So when the question states, if h of x is f plus g of x, use the given functions to find h. Okay? So here we go. H of x equals f of x plus g of x. In this case, what's your f of x in this case? 2x plus 1. All right, are we adding, we subtracting, we multiplying, or dividing? Adding, it tells us to add them. So we're going to do plus what? X squared minus 4. And there's really nothing to distribute. There's no squares, nothing. So just start combining terms. How many x squareds do you have? 1. I got 1 right there, so that's an x squared. How many x's do you have? 2. I have a 2x right there. So plus 2x. How many units do you have? Negative 3. I got a 1 right here, and I got a negative 4 right there, which make negative 3. So that is the combined function. Okay? Chapter 4 is all about combining functions. Okay, so the first section is just about adding them. Take this function and add it to that function. Okay? And I really don't even care if you write this step or not. I'm just trying to solidify this is exactly what I'm doing. Take an F, put it there. Plus, to my G, put it there. I'm just trying to solidify that a little bit. You think you can do letter B? Go for it. Do letter B. While you're doing that, I'll take attendance real quick. You can throw them away, I don't care. Or you stick them in the box. Yeah, I kind of do want them back. Just stick them in the box and I'll deal with them appropriately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.